Hi guys, it's Ruthie with the Popple Backyard Farm. Now that my hand's out of the cast, now I have got the project of moving some of my plants in. It's kind of messy out here. I'm playing catch up. Look at this beautiful golden pothos. And I'm moving some of the plants in. And these here, I'm going to let my sister have. And look at that beautiful flamingo plant. I love those plants. And actually, they didn't do too bad. I wish that, I guess I'll try to pick up some more of those. I love flamingos. And actually, I kind of wanted to talk about flamingos a little bit in this video, because maybe you guys might have a story about flamingos that you could tell me or something. I know that they get their pink color by eating shrimp, and that they're born, I think, white. And there's lots of different varieties of them. But I think they're pretty cool. Now, does anybody know why they named this plant the flamingo plant? Is it just because it's red? I know there's a pink one. I don't know if there's a white one. I have to check it out. But that's the one that's red. Looks like a little heart. That's a flamingo plant. And I actually have a few of them. But these were like the doubles. It's really messy back here. These are like the doubles of some of my plants. I have more. And my sister and I are like gardening buddies. So these are going to go to her. And I have some on the ground that I'm moving around. Because what I did this summer is I propagated a lot of plants. Because my thought was, if a plant dies, I can just propagate it. So this bag porch is just a total mess. But I like this flamingo plant. I don't even think our zoo has a flamingo in it. We had a place around here, it's called Catskill Game Farm, but they closed that, and they had beautiful flamingos. And I went there years ago, and Clay tried to take me there when we first met, and that's been closed. So hopefully, I think the zoos are opened, but it's like membership only or something. I'd have to check it all out because we were going to go, but it's been so crazy. We went to Fairhaven Park is near us, and like they had people outside, like only so many could go in. And if you go someplace and travel, and then you get there and there's already enough people in there and you traveled away, you're kind of stuck. So I think those zoos are like reservation only. So these guys, honestly guys, keeping my plants outside up here in upstate New York was a smart idea. I'll do it every year now. I wasn't sure how things would turn out. They came out good. I did move a lot in, but I still have more to do because my hand's still healing from being in the cast. So it's a little bit of a chore, but anyway, I came out in the back to check on my plants to see what I could handle. I'm doing the dishes, I'm doing the laundry, I'm doing more now. I went to physical therapy this morning for my hand. They gave me some more exercises. I asked her, I said, how many people break their wrist twice? She goes, you're the only one. But then again, when I went to the hospital, they act like it does happen. So it might have just been my area. But so much fun. But you can let me know in the comments too if you know anyone that's ever broken their wrist before. But anyway, I'm just curious, guys. You guys got any flamingo stories for me? Are they near you? Do you have them near you? I have blue herring. We have eagles near us. And we have some things up near me that maybe other people don't have. We have snow because I'm in upstate New York. So anyway, if you are in another part of the world and you have flamingos, or you know anything about flamingos that I don't know, just let me know. This is just kind of a little bit of a rant. I just thought I'd come outside and check on my plants, and I said, hey, I'm gonna jump on YouTube for a minute and check in with you guys. Look at that lizard. Sometimes people have came up to us and thought that lizard was going. I have my shoes in the wheelbarrow. I'm washing them out before winter. I like those plastic shoes in the winter because it snows, and I hate getting my feet like wet with sneakers on, so I usually wear garden shoes in and out of the house in the winter. Although now with not so many pets, I probably could wear socks in the house, but when you have a lot of pets, you know, I usually wear shoes. Plus, I don't like to get my feet wet, so if somebody comes in with boots, and I don't have a mud room necessarily that's easy access to outside. So that's my quail over there. Clay's going to come back and mow this. He mowed the front. This guy here, I ended up, what I did was when I bought plants, I divided them up right away because I was fairly new to having this many houseplants. And so I wanted to see how they divided, and this divided good. I even divided a button fern that they say you can't, that you have to get them from spores, and that did okay for me. But a lot of my plants, I mean, divided them. I got tons of plants from them. This peace lily, I divided that. Golden pothos. I mean, I have so much golden pothos. It's all over. But the thing I'm curious about, and I'm a little bit of a scientist at times, is I want to see how long these plants live through the winter. One time I did a review for Lowe's, and they gave me a ton of pieces, and none of them lasted except the African violets I think that I had before I even started with them, because I already had tons of African violets, and they lived in our house. But at that time we had plastic over the windows. We didn't have the windows open, and trying to keep the warm in because of the cold. But now I'm of the opinion that I think it's better not to have that. I think that if you have your windows without the plastic, you don't feel sick in the winter, and because you have the airflow. So I'm not too quick to do that anymore. And so my plants may do good, because last year I had plants and they all, you know, I started, I think, really collecting plants in February. And what is it? It's August. And so I have high hopes. I have high hopes. Plus, we kind of had our house like a little tiny house, and we're making it bigger because we closed off some rooms, and now I'm opening it all up. So those other rooms are south-facing windows. So we'll see what happens with the plants over the winter. I wanted to make more in case there was a problem and someone didn't survive. I could just have a backup, but I have so many plants that things have kind of had to change around here about that. So you can only have so many house plants in the house without feeling like you're jumping all over them. But I still have a lot of house plants, so I'm going to have a lot of plant tours this winter and showing you stuff. But these are some that I haven't gotten to yet to bring into the house. Brazilian philodendron, lemon lime pothos, baby belly bunnies. Another wandering Jew, that's a wandering Jew family. Transcendentia, I believe. Boston fern, ruffled African violets. And by the way, in case you don't know, I do know a lot about plants. I just didn't have this many in a long time, since probably, in my other marriage I had houseplants at the beginning of our marriage, and then I got rid of them as I had kids. But anyway, this here is a ruffled African violet, and you can get African violet leaves wet. You just can't use cold water, but do it with caution. I usually lift up the leaves to water them, but over the summer I just took the hose and watered everything. Didn't kill my African violets, and it was cold water. But, you know, first rule of thought in plants is get rid of everything. All the rules. Because you don't know. Just like your kids, you gotta, well, you don't want to get rid of all the rules, but, you know, they're each an individual. This is another baby belly bunnies. Another one. The nice thing about the plants is I can go somewhere and give somebody a gift of a plant. But I do have quite a few. Pretty excited. Some I only ended up with one. What are you? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're going to be a little rose. I'm going to give my sister a rose. But, yeah. So these are some of my plants. So we'll see what happens. I probably, well, like I said, I have lots to show you. Some of my plants, I don't know. I didn't care if they died or not died, because I didn't know if I was allergic to them. And now I kind of want to get another one of these. I'll show you what this is. This is one of those indoor Christmas plants. They can get really huge. But I kind of died out here. But that and a Pygmy date palm. I was allergic to one of them, and it was like making little blisters on me, and I never usually ever have things like that. So that guy there, I kind of like to replace. But like I said, it's pretty messy back here, so excuse my mess. But I'm getting back here now that my cast is off. I'm able to get into things, and believe me, I am anxious to get into things. So I want to get this at a good spot, but I've been doing everything one-handed, and I'm supposed to take it easy, so I don't want to get too aggressive, but in the same sense, you got to exercise your hand a little bit. So see how beautiful, look at those. Oh, I just love that little flecks of gold. So, but back to my flamingos. I'm hoping that this year I will be able to go see some flamingos at the zoo. First nice day in fall that we can get to the zoo. There's 3 or 4 of them around us, and hopefully we'll be able to go. We're actually a little bit curious because one of the zoos, they were working on the zoo, and we stopped one of the people that was working on it, and we said, you know, we love the zoo. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. I said, but you need more benches. I said, because the older people, we can't sit down. So they said, oh, well, thank you for telling us, and they were going to go in and put that on the list, so to speak. I mean, normally we keep, you know, you don't go around telling people things like that. Not to be, Clay always laughs at the Karen memes. If you haven't seen those, you gotta look at them. But, and his oldest daughter's name is Karen, and, you know, but, anyway, she's not a Karen, but, anyway, we did it, tell them that because I know that sometimes when they're working on things, they may not think about that, and, we were curious to see if they put a lot of sitting spaces down. But that's the Rochester Zoo. And we love that zoo. I think that's my favorite zoo. If you come to upstate New York, my thought is favorite Rochester, second favorite Burnett, and then the third one, if you like that nice homey kind of zoo, like old-fashioned, is the Utica Zoo. I really like that. But we like zoos. And it's just relaxing. But anyway, the flamingo, hopefully, can't tell you a whole lot about the flamingo. All I know is that they turn pink from eating shrimp, and that I think the babies are white, and there's like lots of different kinds, but I guess I wanted to jump on and just say hi. Okay, guys, we'll talk to you later. Like, subscribe, and remember, big or small, you too can be a backyard farm. God bless.